So, if you haven't heard, Steve Bannon believes that Donald Trump will be president in 2028. And he's went so far as to do an interview. And in that interview, he said basically that President Trump plans on being a three-term president. And, when he was asked about the 22nd Amendment, he basically said that there's ways of circumventing that. There's ways of getting around that. And that they've had stronger odds against them when he became president in 2016. In that same interview, he went on to say that Donald Trump is an instrument of God and that, in order for us to prosper as a nation, Donald Trump has to be president in 2028. And it just shows me how deep the brainwashing goes, because if you can look at that man and say that he is an instrument of God, you are so removed from what God is that it's not even funny. Another thing that I personally have a problem with is the fact that this man is on national television telling us that the president plans on breaking the law, the Constitution, something that holds us together as a nation. And I find that to be ridiculous because, as absurd as it sounds, I really do believe that, people in his circle and, people that are working with him truly want to push this agenda through, and they're going to do anything that they can to do it. And, in the world that we live in, nobody's stepping up to stop him. Donald Trump can literally do whatever he wants to do, and nobody's stepping in front of him to stop it. Nobody's on his coattails or, just even making him sweat at a point. It just seems like he's infallible. And it's because these people honestly believe this bullshit. They believe that, this guy is out here, being a representation of God and working on their behalf to make the world a better place. They truly believe that shit, and it just shows that I honestly don't know what picture they're looking at, because this guy is literally only in the game for himself. He's only in the game for him and his family. There's nobody else outside of that even remotely matter. And it's crazy that he's in our office because he lied to all of the people that would vote for him, and everybody who would vote for him weren't listening to the voices of reason in the room. It's really ridiculous when you think about it. And another part of this whole thing that's ridiculous is to me, the fact that they believe that he's going to make it to a third term. I personally believe that, this man doesn't have the health to make it, to a third term. I feel like his health is in a free fall, and it's very clear for everybody to see. We already know that he really can't feel his legs. We already know he has bad circulation in his legs. His ankles are always swollen. He has a McDouble every single day. When they don't spray paint him orange, he looks pasty and gross. He literally is tucking his neck skin into his suit. They're gluing his hair on. They're keeping a corpse alive, and they're trying to tell us that he's healthy enough to be a third term president, even if it was possible. I find all of this to be ridiculous. But please tell me what y'all think, and we can talk about it, because all of this is ridiculous. And if you side with the president, please tell me why you side with the president, because at this moment, I really need to know why. I honestly need to know what y'all see in this man that just makes y'all bend over backwards and turn a blind eye to all of the evil, malicious, petty, immature shit that he does on a daily.